vehicle, no damage to the bearing or body, no leaks in the undercarriage. Tow hooks and license plate are secure. License plate's non-expiring. They come to the driver's door. I visually and physically check the handrails and the steps. Make sure they're securely bolted to the frame, free of loose objects. Open my driver's door. Driver's door is secure, not damaged. Opens and closes properly, and the seal is intact. My FHWA is current, good through the end of February 2021. Now enter the cab using 3-point fire extinguisher. I have at least one 5BC dry chem non-freezing fire extinguisher secured in place and fully charged. I know it's fully charged because the arrow's in the green. And now enter the cab using 3 points of contact. 3 points of contact is 2 hands and 1 foot, or 2 feet and 1 hand, always facing the vehicle or deck plate. Parking brake applied, transmission in neutral. I'll log into my IVIS, apply my hand valve, turn on my right directional, and all necessary lights. Marker lights, clearance lights, ID lights, headlights, fog lights, and work light. Parking brake applied, transmission in neutral. I'll exit the cab using 3 points of contact. Take my hammer and my rag, set it on the steps, and grab my gloves. Come to the front. I have 3 ID lights, 2 clearance lights, all illuminated, amber in color, clean and not damaged. My headlights and fog lights are illuminated, clean and not damaged. I've got 3 passenger side directionals, all illuminated, amber in color, clean and not damaged, flashing in unison. My trailer clearance light is illuminated, amber in color, clean and not damaged. Back of the tractor, I have a work light. It's illuminated, clean and not damaged. I have reflective material on the top, middle, and lower on both mud flaps. It's secure and not damaged. My driver's side brake light, passenger side directional, and passenger side tail light are all illuminated, red in color, clean and not damaged. Passenger side directionals flashing in unison with the front of the tractor. My trailer, passenger side reflective material is secure and not damaged. My trailer passenger side marker light is illuminated, red in color, clean and not damaged. From the rear of the trailer, I have 3 ID lights centered in a line. Both tail lights, both brake lights are all illuminated, red in color, clean and not damaged. My passenger side directional is flashing in unison with the tractor. I have reflective material at the top, middle, and lower, and my license plate are all secure and not damaged. My license plate light is illuminated, clean and not damaged. My trailer driver's side marker light is illuminated, red in color, clean and not damaged. My trailer driver's side reflective material is secure and not damaged. I'll come back to the driver's door and activate my driver's side directional. My tractor driver's side directionals, all 3 are illuminated, amber in color, clean and not damaged, and flashing in unison. From the back of the tractor, my passenger side brake light, driver's side directional, and driver's side tail light are all illuminated, red in color, clean and not damaged. Driver's side directional flashing in unison with the front of the tractor. From the rear of the trailer, both tail lights, both brake lights, driver's side directional are all illuminated, red in color, clean and not damaged. Driver's side directional flashing in unison with the tractor. Come back to the driver's door. Activate my 4-ways and turn on my high beam. My driver's side tractor 4-ways are all illuminated, amber in color, clean and not damaged, all flashing in unison. My tractor passenger side 4-ways, all 3 are illuminated, amber in color, clean and not damaged, all 3 are flashing in unison. From the front of the tractor, both my driver's side and passenger side 4-ways are flashing in unison. My high beams are illuminated, clean and not damaged. From the back of the tractor, My tractor rear four-ways are illuminated, red in color, clean and not damaged, flashing in unison with the front of the tractor. From the rear of the trailer, my trailer four-ways are illuminated, red in color, clean and not damaged, flashing in unison with the tractor. Now I'll check my driver mirror bracket. It's secure and not damaged. Flat and convex mirror free of cracks, chips, and discoloration. My tractor number, UPS, DOT, and IFTA stickers are all secure. IFTA is good through the end of January 2021. I'll release the driver's side hood latch. My battery box, battery, and connections are all secure and not damaged. The connections have no excess corrosion. I'll expel 2 bursts of air to eliminate moisture from the tank. My air tank, def tank, and fuel tank are all secured, not dented, not damaged, not leaking. My def cap is tight. I'll remove the fuel cap. My fuel cap is leaded, threaded, and sealed. A visual check, I have a full tank of fuel. And my fuel tank is vented to the rear. My deck plates are securely bolted to the frame, free of loose objects. My glad hands and grommets are not worn or damaged. My air lines are free of cracks, cuts, bulges, abrasions, and not leaking. Both my electrical plug on the tractor and the trailer are secure and not damaged. My light cord is free of cracks, cuts, and exposed wires. I'll check the front of my trailer for any cracks, bulges, dents, or holes. Make sure my FHWA is current. It's good through the end of September 2020. I'll now check my drive shaft. My drive shaft is secure, not bent or damaged. The U-joints are free of foreign objects, no missing, loose, or broken parts. My opposite side brake lining is at least 1/4 inch thick, no cracks or contaminants. My brake drum is secure, no missing, loose, or broken parts. My brake chamber is secure, not dented, not damaged, not leaking. My slack adjusters are secure, no missing, loose, or broken parts. In order to test them, I would chock the wheels, release the brakes. I should have no more than 1 inch or 90 degrees of free play. My air lines are secure, no cracks, cuts, bulges, abrasions, not leaking. Couplings and fittings are secure and not leaking. My spring hanger, U-bolts, and bolts have no cracks or spaces, and they're secure. My frame is free of cracks and welds. My fifth wheel mounting bolts, fifth wheel mounting plate, and fifth wheel mounting platform are all secure, no missing, loose, or broken parts, and the platform is free of cracks. My fifth wheel release handle is fully engaged in the lock position. There's no space between the trailer apron and the fifth wheel plate, and the fifth wheel plate is properly lubed. My opposite inside, center, and outside tire condition is free of cracks, cuts, bulges, abrasions, no exposed cord or fabric. No uneven tread wear, tread depth at least 2/32, inflationary check with a tool, no stones or debris between the duals. Checking the wheel for any cracks, welds, or rust streaks. Rust streaks would indicate a loose lug nut. Lug nuts are all secure, no fresh metal showing. Metal valve stem cap on the inside now. The hub is sealed, not leaking. Mud guard and mud flap are secure and not damaged. Underneath the trailer, my trailer apron is free of cracks, dents, and damage. My kingpin is straight, not bent or damaged. The jaws are closed behind the kingpin above the flange. If I had a locking block, it'd be in the out position. This tractor doesn't have a locking block. My tow hooks, safety chain loops, and pintle hook are all secure. I'll remove the cotter pin, open the pintle latch, lock the pintle latch in the open position, close the pintle latch, and replace the cotter pin. My pintle latch works properly. My trailer frame is free of cracks and welds and not damaged. My landing gear is secure, no missing, loose, or broken parts, and both legs are fully raised. My landing gear handle is secure. My opposite side brake linings at least a 1/4 inch thick, no cracks or contaminants. My brake drum is secure, no missing, loose, or broken parts. The brake chamber is secure, not dented, not damaged, not leaking. The slack adjusters and push rods are secure, no missing, loose, or broken parts. To test them, I would chock the wheels, release the brakes. I should have no more than 1 inch or 90° of play. My air lines are secure, no cuts, cracks, bulges, abrasions, not leaking. My couplings and fittings are secure and not leaking. My air tank is secure, not dented, not damaged, not leaking. 2 bursts of air to eliminate moisture from the tank. My spring hanger, U-bolts, bolts are secure, no cracks or spaces. My opposite inside, center and outside tire condition is free of cracks, cuts, bulges, abrasions, no exposed cord or fabric. My tire is free of any uneven tread wear, tread depth at least 2/30 seconds. Inflationary check, no stones or debris between the duals. Checking my wheel for any cracks, welds, or rust streaks. Rust streaks would indicate a loose lug nut. Lug nuts are secure, no fresh metal showing. Metal valve stem cap on the inside, no. Hub is sealed, not leaking. Wheel bearing lubricants within the operating range. Mud flap is secure. Check my trailer door, make sure it opens and closes properly, and the latch closes properly. Connect my safety chain, and the door cables are secure and not damaged. My auto greaser is secure, not dented, not damaged, not leaking. It's at least 3/4 full. My exhaust is secure, no dents, cracks, or leaks. I have 1, 2, 3 bi-directional reflective triangles. Both my passenger side mirror bracket and my fender mirror bracket are secure and not damaged. Both convex and flat mirror are free of cracks, chips, and discoloration. My tractor number, UPS, DOT, and IFTA stickers are all secure and not damaged. IFTA is good through the end of January 2021. I'll release the passenger side hood latch. Opening the hood, staying within my power zone, making sure the hood latch locks in the open position. As I approach the engine compartment, I look and listen for any leaks I hear or see. None found, no leaks in the undercarriage. My coolant's within the operating range. My water pump is secure, no missing, loose, or broken parts. The belt has proper tension, no cuts, cracks, or frays. My washer fluid is full. I go to the driver's side, watch your head. As I approach the engine compartment, I will look and listen for any leaks I hear or see. None found, no leaks in the undercarriage. My air compressor and power steering pump are mounted under the cab. They're gear driven, not belt driven. I'll check my power steering fluid, make sure it's within the operating range. It is. Check the oil by removing the oil dipstick, wipe the oil dipstick, reinsert the oil dipstick, pull the oil dipstick, make sure it's within the operating range. If it was below the operating range, I would have 4 quarts of oil right here at a time, rechecking after every 4 quarts until it was within the operating range. My alternator is secure, no missing, loose, or broken parts, and the belt has proper tension, no cuts, cracks, or frays. My steering shaft, steering box, pitman arm, drag link, both castle nuts and cotter pins are secured, no missing, loose, or broken parts. My power steering pump, hoses, and box are free of leaks. My shock is secure, not dented, not damaged, not leaking. My spring hanger, U-bolts, bolts, and shackle have no cracks or spaces, no missing, loose, or broken parts. My brake lining is at least 1/4 inch thick, no cracks or contaminants. My brake drum is secure, no missing, loose, or broken parts. My brake chamber is secure, not dented, not damaged, not leaking. My slack adjusters and push rods are secure, no missing, loose, or broken parts. My air lines are secure, no cracks, cuts, bulges, abrasions. Couplings and fittings are secure and not leaking. My tire inside and outside tire condition, no cuts, cracks, bulges, abrasion, no exposed cord or fabric. Using a push-pull method, I look for any abnormal wheel movement that would indicate a worn wheel bearing. None found. Checking the tire for any uneven tread wear. Tread depth at least 4/30 seconds. Inflationary check with our tool. Checking the wheel for any cracks, welds, or rust streaks. Rust streaks indicate a loose lug nut. Lug nuts are secure. No fresh metal showing. Metal valve stem cap. Hub is sealed, not leaking. Wheel bearing lubricants within the operating range. Mud flap is secure. Go to the passenger side. Release the hood lock. Come to the front and close the hood, staying within my power zone. Come to the passenger side and close the hood latch. Come to the driver's side. Close the hood latch. Secure my hammer, rag, and gloves and enter the cab using 3 points of contact. Parking brake applied, transmission in neutral. I'll fasten, unfasten, refasten my seatbelt, give it a tug. Seatbelt is properly bolted to the cab and to the frame, and seatbelt has no cuts, cracks, or frays. I'll shut my driver door. Seatbelt and seat are properly adjusted for me. Put the key in the ignition. Press the clutch. Cover the brake. Start the engine. Oil pressure is rising. Air pressure is at 90 psi. My oil pressure settled at 60 psi. My map light and dome light work. My windshield, right, left, and rear glass are all free of cracks, chips, and discoloration. My driver mirror, passenger mirror, and fender mirror are all adjusted properly for me. My steering wheel is adjusted properly for me, no more than 4 inches of plate, 2 in each direction. My horn is adequate and reliable. My four-way, right directional, left directional, and high beam indicators all work. My gauges are backlit. I'll shut off all unnecessary lights. My oil pressure is at 60. My coolant temp is at 120. My tach is responsive. My volts are at 13.8. My air pressure is 120. I'll release the hand valve. Check my windshield wipers, washer fluid, both work. Wipers have proper tension, not leaving streaks on the windshield. With my left hand over the vent, I'll check the air conditioner on all 4 levels, check the heater on all 4 levels, and the defrost on all 4 levels. Check my permits. I've got a 2016 Emergency Response Guidebook. It's the most current version. I've got an insurance ID cab card. It's current, expires January 1st, 2021. We've got a blank driver time card, a blank U6350 accident report card. I have my DOT ELD login instructions and 8 blank driver logs. I have the registration crab card for this vehicle. Is current, expires March 31st, 2020. I have a UPS electronic hazmat information card. My IFTA license is current, expires December 31st, 2020. And my hazardous materials permit is current, expires August 31st, 2023. The cab is free of any debris that would affect the safe operation of the vehicle. My fuel, brake, and clutch all have proper tension. Now I'll begin my brake test by shutting off the engine, turning the key to the on position, I'll apply the service brake, release the parking brake. After initial drop, I have 100 psi. I will wait 1 minute. I cannot lose more than 4 psi in 1 minute. It's been a minute. I still have 100 psi. and I did not lose more than 4 psi. I will begin my fan down process, looking and listening for audible and visual low air alarm and trailer and parking brake relays to activate. At 50 psi, my audible and visual low air alarm activated. And at 40 psi, my trailer and parking brake relays activated. I'll now press clutch, cover the brakes, start the engine. Oil pressure is rising. Air pressure is at 20. Oil pressure settles at 50. Place the vehicle in the lowest forward gear, pulling against relay activation before the low air alarm stops. Relay is activated fully and held. Parking brake applied. Transmission in neutral. My next brake check will be pulling against the parking brake. I need 90 psi to perform this test. To build air pressure faster, I can raise the RPMs to 1400. Anything more than that will be wasting fuel because my air compressor peaks at 1400 RPM. My low air alarm has stopped. Now I can supply air to my trailer, isolating the parking brake. Still building air pressure to 90 psi before I perform my next test. I've got 90 psi. I'm going to depress the clutch, cover the brake, place the vehicle in the lowest forward gear, pulling against the parking brake. Release the clutch, cover the brake, not giving it any fuel. Parking brake held, press clutch, apply the service brake, release the parking brake. Now I'm going to perform a service brake test, pulling forward, moving no more than 5 miles an hour, stopping using the service brake. Service brake held, did not pull to the right or to the left. There's no excess play in the pedal. Parking brake applied. Transmission in neutral. Shut off the engine. Pull the key. Pre-trip complete.